Hi there, and welcome to LimitLyss, the space where your big dreams meet grounded energy and mastering manifestation becomes your new normal. I'm Alyssa Simpson, mindset and manifestation coach, your unorthodox free spirit, and now your newfound permission slip to do life your way. Here, we break the rules by ditching societal norms of the hustle and grind. We embrace flow, alignment, and the bold decision to follow what lights you the fuck up. In each episode, I'll be sharing soul downloads, mindset shifts, energetic upgrades, and raw, authentic stories to help you unlock your magnetism, collapse timelines, and create a life that feels as good as it looks. So if you're ready to remember who you are, trust your desires, embody your highest self, and manifest from your authentic power, it's time to sit back, relax, and get ready to become limitless. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of LimitLyss. We are here, we are live, we are doing the damn thing. And, some of you are financially successful, but your nervous system is broke as hell. Raise your hand. And then there are some of you who are craving wealth, but your body only knows how to receive it through pressure. Again, raise your hand. In today's episode, we are going over what the difference between hustle rich and restfully rich truly is. And as you know, this new season that we're in, this new identity that we are shifting into, this new desire to stop overcompensating for our worth and our money in order to receive buku fuck you money from a restful, regulated place is the vibe. So when we talk about hustle rich, we're talking about the externally impressive but internally tight rich, right? You are constantly performing. You know exactly what you have to do, right? Like your action list is impeccable, but it's so taxing on your nervous system. And when we shift it into restfully rich, what we're doing is internally regulating to externally become magnetic because your hustle does not set your income ceiling, your nervous system does. And here's the thing, if you just heard me say that and you're like, well, damn, I don't necessarily know which rich I'm operating from. Is it hustle or is it restful? I'm not quite sure. Because here's the thing. Number one, like I've been saying for the past few weeks now, is that our idea of rich comes from the masculine way of doing business and doing life lens. And again, this is not, if you're new here, hi, this is not me trashing men or the patriarchy or whatever you want to call it, because that is something that we just do not do around here. Both have to live and exist in a beautiful, cohesive place. But what we've done as women is we have taken on the idea of boss babe culture, but we're matching it to masculine energy and masculine led business models because we do not. And again, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I know I'm not wrong. We do not have examples of restfully receiving and restfully going into wealth the way that our feminine energy is meant to do because the belief is that it isn't possible. The belief is that hustle rich is the only thing that matters and that restful rich can't be achieved, right? It's like a beautiful idea, but we don't have any like true experiences of that happening until now. Hi, enter me. This is what I'm here to teach and guide and lead on. Now, again, if you're thinking, well, I'm not really sure if it's hustle rich or restful rich that I'm operating from, let me just give you a few highlights of if you are operating from hustle rich, what that actually feels like. Okay. It's that constant internal urgency, even when nothing is wrong, right? Like everything is copacetic, things are going smooth. There literally are no smoke signs anywhere, but you have that internal urgency that things have to get done. And recovering from that myself, for me, it looked like if I had an idea or if I had something that I wanted to talk about, or if I had something that was like just popped into my brain, if I didn't act on it right away, I felt like I was being chased by a bear, right? So having to unlearn that for myself of letting go of that internal urgency allowed me to step more into the restfully rich era. Another sign of this is feeling responsible for everyone and everything. Okay. One thing that I have learned as a strong, powerful, you know, capable woman, rich woman, is that I am only responsible for me. Right. And especially a lot of that got shown to me whenever I became a mom because I was like, wow, like I obviously, duh, I'm responsible for this tiny human, raising them, nurturing them, building them up to be, as competent and capable and regulated as hell. I realized like I'm doing this for a lot of people and a lot of things. Okay. So it allowed me to shift into I do have this feeling of responsibility for other grown ass people, right? And that is a true sign of hustle rich, okay? Having difficulty around receiving support without that guilt, allowing someone to do something for you, allowing others to help and chip in, allowing someone to come and lift the load a little bit for you without feeling guilty. If your money is tied to output or proving, that is a sign of hustle rich. If you are addicted to strategy, if you spend every waking moment thinking how to turn something into a more pristine system and strategy, that is a sign of hustle rich. And you got to take a break, babe. You got to chill out. If rest feels unsafe or unearned, that is hustle rich. It's not that you're tired from working hard. And that's what I need you to hear, honestly. You're tired from never turning your nervous system off. It's always on, it's always scanning, it is always bracing and prepping. And that is not true rest. Hustle rich women don't stop because they feel safe. They stop because they crash. And that is what I do not want to happen to you because here's what we see happening time and time again is we see the rise of hustle rich all the time, whether it happens relatively quick or over the course of however many years, but we see it all the time because it's all people really want to talk about is look at what I was able to accomplish by doing X, Y, and Z. And a lot of it is through the hustle rich lens. But we also see them crashing out. The business completely falls apart. They decide to burn it all to the ground. They end up completely stopping their entire identity of being a business owner and they go into something that is more honoring of their nervous system. I personally know three different women who were earning six, seven figures in their business every year. And at some point or another, they stopped to go within, to be more in the restful era of their life, to truly honor their feminine energy and their nervous system. We see it all the time. But instead of asking ourselves, how can we prevent that? There has to be a beautiful balance, and there is. And this is what I'm teaching inside of Restfully Rich. I am teaching you how to still receive all of the wealth and beautiful things that you desire and the abundance without the expense of your nervous system. And when we're talking about Restfully Rich, when we're talking about regulated wealth, a lot of people hear passive, lazy, undetermined, right? But the truth is that restfully rich is regulated power. It's not something that truly shakes a lot of things up. It steadily just becomes a part of you and your identity. It's clear energetic boundaries. It's receiving without having to over explain or feel guilty. It's the leadership without the self abandonment piece. It is definitely not avoidance, spiritual bypassing. We don't sit around and do nothing. We're not waiting for the alignment to happen. It isn't slow, it's clean. And the energy is not frantic, it is decisive. You aren't sitting here trying to hop on the next trend, or you're also not having to blow through all these different business models and team members and implements and all these things to get to the point that you desire to be, which is restfully rich. Because here's the thing, too, the idea that a lot of people might have about being restfully rich is that they are completely tapped out of their business, that they don't even know what's going on, that they have no like pulse check on how things are running. And that's not true either, because true leadership and true Self-awareness and self-trust does require you to be involved, but you are allowed to trust that you are being provided and taken care of, and teaching your nervous system that it's safe to receive without output. That is the goal here. So if you are listening to this episode and you're like, damn, I think I've been operating from hustle rich, this is your permission slip to stop. This is your permission slip to maybe explore another option for you, like Restfully Rich, because inside of Restfully Rich, you do not have to rely on the old way of doing things. And we are being shown in real time that our world is shifting. Our era is changing. We have just entered into the year of the fire horse, which is a huge time to be alive. It requires leadership and abandoning the old ideas and finding what is true alignment, because that is what actually allows you to be rewarded. So if you're someone who is tired at operating at the expense of your nervous system, Restfully Rich is for you. The application is in the show notes for you to apply, and I hope to see you inside. We start on April 1st. This is the lowest price point that Restfully Rich will ever be in. So get in where you fit in. Now is the time. We aren't backing down. We aren't getting quieter, but we are teaching ourselves what it's like to be truly provided for restfully. And I'll see you next week. Bye. I'm so grateful that you tuned in today. If this episode activated something in you, share it with a bestie who's also ready to become limitless. And don't forget to leave a review to help more people find this space. Wanting more? Get on my email list and subscribe to my YouTube channel for exclusive downloads, mindset shifts, and behind-the-scenes magic that I only share there. The link is in the show notes. Until next time, keep trusting the pull, honoring your energy, and manifesting your most abundant life.